Welcome back to KIMT News 3 at 5. Let's bring in KIMT Storm Track 3 Chief Meteorologist Sarah Knox. And Sarah, I'm looking over those temperatures over your shoulder there, and hey, they look pretty decent, especially compared to what we had yesterday.
Very much so, yes. These temperatures back above the 0 mark, feeling pretty good in that regard. All of us still below the freezing point or right at it. Forest City, Garner, both right at the freezing point of 32 degrees. So we got some of the light blue actually showing up on the map here. As you can tell, I love the colors of these maps. It really tells the story, because as you're moving further to the east, that's where you get the darker blues, as many of us are hanging out in the mid to upper 20s. But still, very, very warm compared to just yesterday. In fact, 22 degrees warmer in Mason City, Garner, Forest City, 23-degree bump up in Charles City. And I mentioned it during the 4 o'clock, but this red that we're seeing on the map, you can almost feel the heat coming from it. Temperatures are much warmer than 24 hours ago, which is why when the snow's coming down, we're not seeing it necessarily stick too much to the road. However, there is some slush to talk about, wet roadways, but crews have been able to throw out the treatment throughout the day, which is good news. So live eye in the sky over Highway 52 showing that a lot of the buildup is more so on the secondary roadways. This is the frontage road right outside of our studio here. So that's where you got to be as careful as you possibly can be. But luckily, the snow is starting to move out. We got a little bit of a resurgence right here over the course of the last hour or two, and bringing in a tad bit more snow for places like Rochester and moving across the Mississippi as we speak. So because of all of this, roads not in the best shape, particularly across southern Minnesota, dipping into extreme and northeast Iowa. Here we're seeing lots of blue, partially covered roadways, and a little more pink has started to show up too. That's not necessarily a good thing. Roadways covered in slush, a little bit of ice, but we are seeing also a little more green show up as well. So be careful out there. We're also going to have to be careful for the weekend, because we've got another clipper system developing just to the northwest that plans to bring us some plowable snowfall, and heavy for some. Let's time it out here on Futurecast. I am going to fast forward all the way until about 8 a.m. on Saturday to show Saturday morning. Cloudy skies, fairly calm winds, and then we'll get into the afternoon. This is around 2 p.m. We start to see the snow moving in from the west. By 5 p.m., much more widespread. We even have some areas where the darker blue shows up, indicating moderate to heavy snowfall rates. And by 8 p.m., we're talking snow across the entirety of the area. Now, luckily, this will be moving out as we head into our Friday morning, even sunshine as the sun is rising. But winter weather advisories have been posted, those going into effect Saturday evening to the morning. Winter storm warning for currently just Hancock County in our area, but it does extend further to the south and the west for a little more snowfall. We're talking 4 to 6 inches. Here's a quick look at some of those numbers, and we'll see that, yeah, 4 to 6 inches, 3 to 5. That's the general that we are seeing across the area for this. I'm going to call it a quick burst because it comes through Saturday night and Sunday morning, but then the cold enters with that sunshine. So a lot of wintry weather we're dealing with.
And those snow lovers, they're definitely getting their wish out early on in the season here.
It's better than last year,
yeah.
So that is good.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Sarah.
Of course.